during that moment of clarity, I got an opportunity to participate in something that actually fed my spirit. And as I started to learn more about me, I started to live with integrity. And then I started to pick up skills that helped me navigate life outside of addiction and incarceration. And the more I focused on those things, the better I felt about myself. The better I felt about myself, the less I wanted to escape who I was, the more I wanted to actually be the parent. Because I abandoned 3 children. I had 2 children grow up in the foster system. One of them transitioned into adult prison and just got out a couple of years ago after serving 10 years. My youngest is 16, almost 17, and she was with her dad, and then her dad ended up relapsing. And so, I was an epic failure in every sense of the word, every sense of the phrase, essentially. And so, incarceration was the jumping off point for me to access the life, because I was miserable in that life, but my addiction dominated my experience, which put me in this place where I had no agency. Everything was about getting, using, and finding ways and means to get more. And I didn't care who I hurt in that process. And, addiction's not a victimless crime. Whether I'm hurting myself, and it's never just me. It's also the people that I'm committing crimes against. It's my family members. It's the people that care about me. It's the people that believe in me. It's, everyone that I steal from, everybody whose property I destroy, the people that I assault in and out of addiction. And so, we can do better as a society. We can do better as a system. And the lived experience piece is something that I'm a firm believer in, because as I was sitting on a university campus, and I recognized all these really brilliant young people who sounded like they knew more about my life than I did. And then the next year, George Floyd happened and COVID happened. And I was like, oh, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And that's when I really started to recognize the value in my life experience. And that's when I really, decided to own my experience and to push forward to try to create a solution for people like me. And, and that includes people that are in homelessness, people that are incarcerated, people that are in the throes of addiction. And really, the process I've created can transition into any community. I don't care if it's a person that overeats or what have you, but it starts with an internal process where we have to become aware of who we are, what we do, and what we actually want to have happen. And that's when the intentional supports come in and they meet the individual where the deficits exist, right? And we can transform our carceral system to be the tools that they were intended to be in the first place. And what we end up with is public safety, right? Because when you have an individual that actually starts to live in integrity and they don't want to lose that, they start to not just value themselves, but they start to value everything around them, and they don't want to destroy those things. Right. And so we end up with a safer society. We end up with reunified families. We end up with independence. We end up with people not draining the system, because we have decided to be a country of handouts, where we're actually leaving our citizens to flail out on the street and destroy themselves. And we're allowing a whole bunch of other people to come in and take the benefits that, we're not even willing to give to the people that are destroying their lives.
Yeah.
Anyway, end monologue.